here. Today we'll be teaching you PLL, which is the fourth and final step of CFOP solving method. So what is PLL? PLL is permute last layer. After you have done cross and F2L and OL, it's the fourth and final step of CFOP. And you need to permute the last layer, like these pieces, to get them in the right orientation, or rather permutation, in order to solve the cube. So full PLL is 21 algorithms. We don't expect everyone to immediately know it, although we think everyone eventually should know all 21. So the beginner's way to do it is fairly simple. It calls on a few algorithms, just the corner switching algos and the edge switching algos. One of the easiest edge switching algos is H-perm. This is when you have all four of these edges that need to be switched in a cross pattern. So the algorithm for this, facing any side, is M2, U, M2, U2, M2, U, M2. So another permutation that requires all four edges to be switched is Z-perm. This is one where, again, all four edges are not correct, except it's in a switching pattern like this. So red and blue need to be switched, green and orange need to be switched. So how you do this is you hold it like this, which is the two edges that need to be switched are facing you and to your right, and the other two are facing away and to your left. And the algo is M2, U, M2, U, M prime, U2, M2, U2, M prime, U2.
So this is the case for switching three of the edges. And there are two cases. UA, which is switching the three edges counterclockwise, and UB, switching the three edges clockwise. In this case, this is UA, which we switch the edges counterclockwise. And what the algorithm for this one is M2, U, M, U2, M prime, U, M2. And remember to face the full side away from you. So this is the case for switching the three edges clockwise. And what you do here is M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, and then M2. And still, remember to face the full side away from you. So this is the final and last basic PLL algorithm that you need to know. So this is called A-perm, and it permutes three of these corners, this one, and this one, clockwise. And there are two algorithms, but you only need one to know how to solve basic PLL. So first you have to notice the headlights, which is where the two corners of one side are aligned correctly, and the middle is where the edges is not placed correctly. And then after that, you do a U prime, and you face the headlights away from you. And then after that, you do this algorithm. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, and then R2.
So now you might be thinking, I thought you said there were 21 algorithms, so why did you only teach us 5? The thing is, with these 5 algorithms, you can now solve PLL in a matter of, at most, 3 algorithms. So how do you do this? Here I have an R-perm. It has headlights, but it's not the orientation of an A-perm. Like an A-perm, you hold the headlights at the back, you do A-perm, and that gives you a UA-perm, which is UB-perm, which is one that we've taught you. If you have a case such as F-perm, treat this completed side as your headlights, place it away from you, A-perm, and then in this case you get Z-perm. The most annoying cases are V-perm, Y-perm, and the two M-perms, which require 2 A-perms before you get an edge switching algo. But even that's still 3 algorithms.
So this is Y-perm. One of the more annoying algorithms to spam A-perm with, and what you do with Y-perm is you switch these two corners and you switch these two edges. So as you see, there's 2 faces almost completed, and you face one of them to the right of you, one of them in front of you. And then you do the algorithm R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, small d, R, U, R prime, B2, R, U prime, R prime. So this is V-perm, another one of the annoying algorithms to do to spam A-perm with. And how you identify this is, as you see, there's 2 corners that are aligned. the red and green one, and the orange and blue one. And there's two edges that are correctly aligned, the red one and the green one, which is in this case the correctly aligned ones. And you can also notice that the corners on the almost solved sides are different. So this one is blue and this one is orange. And what you do is you face one side that is almost solved to the left of you and one side that almost solved to in front of you. And then you do this algorithm. R prime, U2, R, U2, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U, L, U prime, R, U, L prime.
The last two cases that are really annoying to spam A perm on are N perms, and there are two of them, NA and NB. NA is when you have on all four sides, the two pieces to the right, including the edge, is solved, and the one piece on the left is not. So really, in the grand scheme of things, you want to switch these two corners and these two edges. So how you want to do this is L, U prime, R, U2, L prime, U, R prime. Then you repeat L, U prime, R, U2, L prime, U, R prime. The other one is NB perm. So how do you do that? You just mirror this algo. So what that looks like is instead of having the two pieces on the right solved, you have two pieces on the left solved for each of these. And then once again, you want to switch these two corners and these two edges. So once again, this is just mirrored, right? So R prime, U, L prime, U2, R, U prime, L, R prime, U, L prime, U2, R, U prime, L.
So why is PLL important?
So PLL is important because it comes after OLL, and combined with OLL, it becomes the last layer CFOP way. And that's much faster than the beginner's way of orienting, or rather permuting all of the pieces first, and then using R prime, D prime, R, D to fix all the orientation of the corners, which is time consuming and frankly annoying. Thus, if you use OLL and PLL, it's a lot faster and more efficient.
If you want to learn all of the 21 PLL algorithms, the algos are in the link in the description below. So this ends our basic CFOP tutorial.
We hope that this has helped you become faster at solving. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.